Good evening, everybody. Let's see who's here. My name is Aaron Tieran, and you know what we do on Thursdays? We come up here and we share. Thanks for everyone who's already on. On Thursdays, we come up and we just share. Um, I share something that I think would be helpful for each and every one of us to um, be productive, live life focused and successful and rewarding. So wherever you're watching from, let me know where you're watching from, be it Facebook, YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I come here every Thursday, and there's so many great content on my YouTube channel. So hey guys, why don't you click on the bell, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and every Thursday you can always catch up with me here at 7:30. Pretty much for half an hour, I try to teach you something. And what else? Yeah, just click on the bell notification, and you would always know when I am coming on live. All right. So let me know where you're watching from. If you're on YouTube, if you're on my Facebook group, wherever you are. Today, I want to bring a lesson on focus. I want to bring a lesson on focus. I want to bring a lesson on focus that I think would be really helpful to help you and I live successful and rewarding lives. I want to start by saying I hope that you have actually had a good day today. So once again, hello and welcome. My name is Aaron Tieran, and in this lesson, I want to talk about the power principle. If you've been following the series, this will be number 5. The power principle, number 5, the role of focus in living a successful and rewarding life, like I've mentioned. You know what? You and I will live in a wondrous world of sights, sounds, motion. But amidst all of this stimuli, it is really easy for us to be distracted, I'm going to be talking a bit about myself today. It's really easy for us to be distracted from what is really important to us. There are several definitions of focus. Follow one course until successful. So many definitions of focus that can be helpful, really be helpful. As we start to engage in this topic, listen, guys, focus is an active concentration of our interest. Focus is active concentration of our interest, our energy, our attention, or activity. Focus pretty much means to converge on towards a central point, or to bring ideas or emotions into alignment. It can also convey maximum clarity or distinctness of image, right? Just as vision helps define our life's purpose and identity and identify objectives that would help us reach our focus. Focus will give you clarity, and focus will give me clarity. Focus is there to give us clarity, and it helps us concentrate our energy and activity to help us reach and grab our goals in order to carry out our life's purpose. But you see, the reality is, in truth, in today's fast-paced society, focus is becoming scarcer in our lives than ever before. Part of our distraction lies in our overwhelming number of choices that we are asked to make each day. For instance, even the simple task, guys, the simple task of buying toothpaste, the simple task of buying toothpaste can be far more complex than it was only a decade ago. Do you know that currently there are over 40 different kinds of Colgate toothpaste, just Colgate toothpaste. Something life has become that complex. 40 different kinds of Colgate toothpaste. A couple of the overwhelming number of consumer choices that we all have to make today with our never-ending addiction to technology and information, access through laptops, iPods, iPads, smartphones. Like I said, I'm talking about it today, phones, TV, cable channels. The complexity of just modern day living multiplies manifold. Right in front of me is 2 phones. There are another 2 phones. Somewhere there's an iPad. There's another iPad there. There's a laptop in front of me. So you see, what is now happening is we and our kids, we now rush from meetings to activities, fitting in quick meals, even quicker actual conversations with one another, while constantly surrounding ourselves with sights, sounds, and stimuli of a kind. Although silence may be golden, today silence is rarely heard. I'm going through an exercise with my clients at the moment, and we're going through a serenity challenge. And I'm just trying to get my clients to just find that place of quietness, find that place where you take back your power, where you do stuff just for yourself. And because we're living in a world where silence is rarely heard at the moment. In 1960, Americans averaged less than one television per home. I had to intentionally give one of my TVs out because at the time I found out that I had about 4 TVs in my home, 5 TVs in my home. And I've reduced it down to I've reduced it now to 3, but only 2 really get switched on. Maybe 1 really gets switched on. So I'll probably give out another one. And today we average 3 TVs per home with only 2.5 people in our homes. Think about it. How many televisions are in your house right now? Hey, hit me on the comment box. How many people would play along? How many TVs do you have in your house right now? Today we're still talking about the power principle of focus. So if you're watching, if you're listening, just play along with me. How many TVs do you have in your house right now? How many TVs and how many phones do you have? So list it. I want to see what's going on in your house. Is it just me? So in my house there are 3 TVs at the moment, which is crazy. Possibly easily about 5 laptops around the house. In this room alone, I can see 4 phones and 2 iPads. So you tell me about your house. I've not told you about the whole house, just my room alone. Now you tell me about your house. Tell me about how many gadgets do you have in your house? How many phones? How many laptops? And how many TVs? So how many TVs are in your house? What about phones, computers, just gadgets that you and I are now having to take around with us on a regular basis? Both teenagers and adults. You know what? Teenagers are now what I call screenagers. And we adults are screen adults or screen adults, anything like that. And I call them screenagers or call you screen adults because you will see us often with 3 screens in front of us. You know, I've resisted the temptation to get monitors in my room, just because, I mean, how many are we going to have? Because you will see often with these 3 screens in front of teenagers or even adults these days, a television, a computer, a cell phone, we're texting. You know, it does appear like we've become masters of multitasking. Just follow me. It does appear like we've become masters of multitasking, and our society has come to expect it from us. Even then, we purchase more and more gadgets so we can be connected to information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Most times, guys, with no downtime. So don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I have an iPhone. And those of you who know me very well, I'm using email, messengers, like WhatsApp a lot. I use the telephone a lot. I make a lot of calls. I love it because it allows me to connect with and help people all over the world, right? But I also need to stop multitasking. I need to stop multitasking, because when I do all these things I do, and I need to stop multitasking and begin to learn to get my full attention, ensure that my full attention is focused on the person I am working with, possibly when I'm coaching, or even my family members. And this is something my wife complains a lot about me, and I know you have the same situations in your home, right? I know that many people do operate that way, and it is easy and seductive to do it. You may be one of them. But in our effort to be more productive, we try to do more things. I hope you're hearing me. In our efforts to be more productive, most times we try to do more things. Okay, someone is playing along. She says she's got 1 TV, 3 laptops, 7 tablets, 4 active phones. Wow. Right, guys. So hey, when you show up, you can just type in yours. So you see, in our effort to be more productive, what then happens is we try to do more things in less time. But in reality, I believe it is to our own detriment. We only need to look at an airline incident where distracted pilots overshot their city by 100 miles before they realized they even missed it, or the tragic consequences of texting while driving. Oprah devoted a while ago an entire show once on the growing number of deaths in auto accidents. attributed to cell phone use. One of our guests, the University of Utah professor who studied distracted drivers for 10 years, talked about a research that showed that our brains, guys, listen, our brains literally cannot process peripheral visual cues when we drive and talk on the phone. His studies show that when our brains are focusing to process a phone conversation while our bodies are presently engaged to drive the car, that our mind sees only what is directly ahead of us. It cannot process the peripheral cues of the elderly person on the corner, on the sidewalk, about to step into the street, or the kid on the bike on the left, just barely out of our vision. This is why we now have laws, right? Laws against the use of cell phones whilst driving. Maybe soon we're going to see laws against texting, email, or instant messaging, even whilst we're walking on the streets. You see, while practicing focus can help keep us safe, guys, and that's really what I'm about today. Practicing focus can help keep us safe. We're also learning that focus can make us become more efficient. I hope if you're taking notes, you write that down. And if you're joining me here for the first time here on my YouTube channel, please subscribe and please share this video. Let's get a lot of people to learn together with us. Please subscribe. Click on the bell and click to receive all the notifications. You know when I'm going live. There's so many great content here that I bring weekly or that I'm teaching live. So while practicing focus can help keep us safe, we're also learning that focus can make us more efficient. A recent study at the Stanford University found that college students who multitask regularly were actually less able to switch between tasks than those who don't. They were more easily distracted when they were engaged in a task. Les Brown pointed out once, while focus is proven mandatory, it is one of the most difficult things we can do today. And this is critical for us to realize, for much of goal achievement lies in the realm of creativity. And creating is a completely separate process from consuming and communicating. I hope this is helping. Please hit the comment box. Let me know that this is helping. So therefore, it is especially difficult to create when our energy is diffused in multiple directions at once. Under these conditions, if you can access your creative process at all, it is considerably slow. It is safe to say, guys, that multitasking diminishes our creative effectiveness. To better understand this, the significant, seemingly small distractions can make. Think about the distraction of a small canopy of shade. Just follow me for a second. The interruption of the sun's rays can deflect our world's powerful energy source to create a cold space amidst the hot surrounding, right? In contrast, a typical laser is a very low energy source of light, but because of its pinpoint focus, it can be harnessed to penetrate almost any material. In fact, most times we create fire. So focus, the power of focus is what we call precision energy. Most of us think that focus is about tuning out the distractions. After all, we know that distractions are a part of life. We do not have perfect control of our environment, but there is another proactive way to think about how we accept our reality. I want to invite you to consider what I'm sharing and teaching my coaching students, my coaching clients, that focus is also tuning into the right positive influences around you. A thoughtful control of what we let into our minds. On what specifically should you begin to focus to increase the power in your life? When I'm working with someone in a coaching situation, I like to ask my clients these 4 similarly simple questions. And if anybody's following, I would like you to put them in the comment box just so that people can see it and it can help. And I'm hoping you can take notes. So these are the 4 similarly simple questions I'm always asking my clients. Number 1, what are you absolutely great at? Number 1, what are you absolutely great at? What are you absolutely good at? What are you absolutely fantastic at? What are you absolutely great at? Number 1. Number 2, what skills do you possess that others admire in you? Number 1, what are you absolutely great at? Number 2, what skills do you possess that others admire in you? Number 3, are these things that you love to do? Are these things that you love to do? Are these things that you love to do? Number 4, can you have a meaningful income from them? 4 simple questions. I'll ask so number 4 again. Can you have a meaningful income from them? I'll start again. Number 1, what are you absolutely great at? Number 2, what skills do you possess that others admire in you? Number 3, are these things that you love to do? Number 4, can you have a meaningful income from them? 4 simple questions with perhaps just 1 or 2 ready answers right now. But soon, when I ask these questions, they help you identify, and if you really ask yourself these questions, they will help you identify the activities that you value more, the activities that are worthy of your focus, that are worthy of your time, activities that are worthy of your energy, the activities that are worthy of your activity. What are those activities that only increase your power? What are those activities that only increase your power? There's a saying that a focused mind is more powerful than 1,000 elephants. A focused mind is more powerful than 1,000 elephants. And I think 1,000 may be too few for this hard age. For really, there's no limit to what we can produce with our minds. No limit. By mastering this art of focus, you would learn to harness that power, concentrating your body's activity and your spirit's vision into a singular intention with specific results. So you and I can learn to tap the full force of your being and guide it to carry and fulfill a life's purpose. It's so easy to underestimate the difficulty of becoming focused. In concept, it is quite simple, but it's also a lot more difficult than it sounds. Now, many well-intended people set out to be focused, fully aware of its importance, but find themselves in frustration when they fall into one of the many distractions of life. And let's face it, there's many of those distractions going on in life. There are distraction traps all around us. You see, our goals consist of both glamorous and mundane elements. It is easy to get caught up in the excitement of all the opportunities and possibilities that are associated with a project or a goal, only to let some of the routine but critical obligations fail into neglect. What would any ideal day of focus on each separate activity look like for you? It will be a day in which every moment has a perfect intention that you've determined with foresight. Guys, when you are focused, each moment you spend moves you closer to your desired outcome. When you are focused, each moment you spend moves you closer to your desired outcome. Let me say that again. When you are focused, each moment you spend leads you and moves you closer to your desired outcome. When you are focused, each moment you spend moves you closer to your desired outcome. Listen, I said spend, and I say spend, not invest. Spend, not invest, because time is precious but perishable. Time does not give dividends or refunds. When it's gone, it's gone. When that time is gone, it's gone. When time is gone, it is gone. What survives? What survives is the results that you've achieved and the consequences of your thoughts, the consequences of your words, and the consequences of your actions. So every moment that goes by is a point in the continuum of life. Another word I'm going to leave, let's just say, I say out to my clients all the time. The quality of your life will be in direct proportion to your ability to focus. The quality of your life will be in direct proportion to your ability to focus. I'll say that again. The quality of the life that you want, the quality of the life that you want to live, the quality of the life you really want to enjoy is going to be in direct proportion to your ability to focus. People can execute routine obligations in a low state of focus, almost on autopilot. Many people go about their days without full awareness of what the moment brings, right? And takes away. Few understand that many ways they can respond to any one moment, and how the response makes an impact on the next moment and the next and the next. As with each power principle I've been sharing, focus has 2 main components that if you're able to master them, will change your life forever. The first focus component is your ability to deliberately concentrate on a specific subject. In fact, The very word concentrate denotes power, doesn't it? If we think of concentrated detergent or concentrated juice, it's extremely potent. You have to be disciplined enough and committed enough that you are not going to allow anything to intervene or interfere with whatever it is you're trying to do. The strength of your commitment would allows you to maximize potential and be able to extract out that which you want to achieve while you focus on your goals. That level of concentration or focus takes you into a zone of achievement, performance. It brings you to a level of mastery that most people never achieve because most people focus on the distractions rather than their destiny. The second focus component concerns your ability to be discerning about what you have to focus on. your ability to be discerning about what you have to be focused on. Almost anything has value. Almost anything has value if we make the effort to concentrate on it, to concentrate on it, and look beneath the surface to explore its depth below. For those of you who have viewed the ocean from any distance, right? The ocean always looks much the same to many people, right? Looking at it from a long view or an overview, we see the surface and maybe we can catch some glimpses of what is beneath. But if you put on a snorkel and a mask, then you open your eyes and your view and your focus when you go into the sea, your view and your focus to a whole new world. You see a whole new world under the sea. If you study it and look beneath, a diverse and vibrant new world exists. Colors. It would not be possible to fully focus on each action, each movement, each creature, each plant or nuance of the water's movement, right? So guys, what I'm trying to say is life is too short to focus on everything. Life is too short to focus on everything. For to do so, you will be focusing really on nothing. Life is too short to focus on everything. For you to want to focus on everything is pretty much like you're really not focusing on anything. To do so, to try and focus on everything, is pretty much you focusing on nothing really. So therefore, your focus must be aligned with your vision and your life's purpose. Your focus must be aligned with your vision and your life's purpose. Think of it this way. If you believe that at this very moment, as you're hearing my voice, that you are going to discover a way to give special value to every moment that follows, that what I was going to say was going to change your life forever, then I am sure that you would pay your closest possible attention, right? This is purposeful focus. Purposeful focus, a literal visual representation or manifestation of where you are and where right now and where you are going. It is your ability to be fully present, which is another bonus, that you have a clear purpose of the outcome of this moment. A mind that is brought to a single pointed awareness is far more powerful at accomplishing anything that is set upon it. If you're hearing this with perfect focus, you would have a predetermined intention for what you're going to get out of this moment. So one of my mentors, teachers, and a mentor, a guy called Paul, one of my mentors' mentor, a guy called Paul Shilley, teaches on a program on photo reading. And it teaches this exact principle in its course. You can learn how to pretty much read 25,000 words in a moment. Some people don't believe it's possible and they never do it. I've not taken the course yet, but plan to at some point. But I've seen people who've done it. I know people who have, and they say it works. It's very possible. When we allow purpose and focus to be blended with a predetermined intention, it is this simple, almost insignificant distinction which brings about powerful transformation in our lives. I have found that one of the distinctions between ordinary results, and extraordinary results is simply this. The focused person has a predetermined inner agreement that he or she would get something valuable out of every moment. I'll say that again. One of the distinctions between ordinary people or ordinary results and extraordinary results is simply the focused person has a predetermined inner agreement that he or she would get something valuable out of every moment, and whatever he or she learns would be put into use, will be put into practice. By contrast, the person who has out of focus results engages in short bursts of mental entertainment and then gets distracted by whatever impulses catch them or catch their attention, whether it's email, a coffee break, or a text message for a friend. All I've come to say today is focus would allow you and I to conserve energy, time, and resources by harnessing your power to follow the critical paths to success. Emerson said, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if your focus is on 1,000 different directions, then your energy is scattered. If your focus is on 1,000 different directions, your energy is scattered, your energy is weakened, your energy is diffused. Your focus on these power principles that I've been sharing, especially this particular one on focus, is a positive step towards directing your energy and concentrating its power on what really matters to you, which is your life's purpose. So once again, if you're new to my channel, my YouTube channel, I hope this has been helpful. If you're watching this as a replay, I'd like you to share in the comment box something that has been of use for you. I would like you all to please subscribe, click on the button here on my YouTube, click on the bell so that you know when I'm coming live. I'm committed to show up on YouTube at least every Thursday evening and just share a principle that I believe can help you. But more importantly, we're releasing at least 2 videos every week of something that can be really helpful. So guys, I'm sure that you and I are going to be committed to apply this principle of focus in living a successful and rewarding life. All right, have a good evening till we see you again next week Thursday. God bless you.